Today is pellet delivery day. Now, if you heat your home with a wood pellet stove like I do, it's pretty much the most exciting time of the year if you're into saving big time money and keeping warm with your pellet wood stove. Now, I don't know if this is going to be my whole winter supply. I have a few bags left, and I'm getting a pallet delivered, which is about 2,000 pounds. I guess that's a ton, you tell me. And we're going to go through the delivery process, inspect the load, which is pretty important, and then we're going to stack them as best as I can for the winter in the garage. So let's get at it. So I went with Lowe's this time because I had pretty much a disaster with Home Depot with 3 failed to show deliveries. So I gave Lowe's a shot, and I'm glad I did because everything went perfectly. The delivery driver pulls up here on time, kept me updated every step of the way, and I was just waiting outside 10-15 minutes before they showed to receive the delivery. So he was cool enough to pull it all the way up to the garage just so I don't have to carry them from the curb up to the hill, which was pretty good. I gave him a little tip for that, and I was pretty happy with the delivery. Super quick, super convenient. Lowe's, 10 out of 10. And then now I check the integrity of the bags. It seemed wrapped pretty good with some heavy plastic, and every bag in that pallet was perfect condition, not even a tear in one of them. There was a few mouse droppings on the bottom of the pallet, I guess in storage, and that's to be expected. No big deal, but 0 holes, so that was awesome. Now the last thing you need is a bag with a hole in it and moisture getting into it. That's bad news. Luckily, that's not the case here. So as I open up the pallet to access the bags, I'm going to do it slowly, and we're going to get this going. So I want to get all these bags as stacked as good as possible. I'm not an expert in my garage, and guess the way you stack it is with a cross pattern. They call it a cross hatch. So this way, one layer goes one way, the other layer goes the other. It kind of interlocks in and keeps it from collapsing. I'm not going to stack it too crazy high, and I don't have no small children around, so that's a good safety measure to cross stack it and keep it tight and locked in. So these bags are about 40 pounds each, and I try my best to lift with my legs. I don't do this for a living, so I probably did a few weird moves here and there, but overall I feel pretty good. But be careful lifting these bags. One wrong move and you're out in bed. So here's a little time lapse of me stacking. Again, I save a lot of money with wood pellets in my house. Over here in my area, Northeast New York, natural gas bills are insanely high, and then the delivery charges for whatever political reasons are insanely high. So I basically save about $2,400 to $3,000 a heating season just on heat savings, and that factors in the cost of these pellets, and I'm able to keep the main area of the house up to 68 degrees to 75, and I'm not going full blast on the stove either. So that's pretty good to me. I have to supplement in the far bedrooms with some electric heaters, which is very minimal, and even with all that, I'm saving a ton, no pun intended, of money. So stacking took me about 12 minutes, which was not too bad. I wasn't too out of breath, and I feel physically pretty good after. So it's possible to do it. I put 20 bags in my Subaru and drove it home and emptied out my Subaru, and that was a little more work, and for just 20 bags. So Delivery, very convenient, even with the $79 fee. So no complaint there. Driver was great. The delivery process was great. And I don't know how many tons, or if I could go deep into the winter with this. It's really my first time ordering a pallet, so how many tons of pellets do you use in the winter? Let me know in the comments. I'm kind of curious to see the square footage, your area, and I know it varies wildly. So let me know in the comments. So if you found this video helpful, I really appreciate a like and even a subscribe from you. So thanks for watching, and see you around.